What exactly is a vertical line test? A vertical line test is a simple test to check whether the graph of a given function is dealing with a proper function or not. And let us look at three cases to get the idea. Uh, of course, the basic idea is quite simple. And suppose the line which I have drawn, that's the line of a function, and is it dealing with a proper function? That's the point. And now, if you draw a vertical line, it's a line which is parallel to the y-axis. You can easily see that that line crosses the line representing the function at only a single point, which simply means that this case should be dealing with a proper function. Now let us look at another case. That's second case, which is uh, a case where we are dealing with a parabola. And once again, it's very easy to see that if you do the vertical line test, it will cross the parabola at only one point. And I'm sure all of you would be knowing that this particular case is representing the square function, that is f of x is equal to x squared. Now let us look at a third interesting case. So, what if is this thing representing a function? Now it doesn't. You don't have to be a genius to know that this case simply won't pass the vertical line test, because if you draw a vertical line, it will be crossing the line representing a function at 2 points, which simply means that we are not dealing with a proper function. Now, this much is very clear and straightforward. What exactly is the mathematical basis for this particular test? And that is the important point. You have the x-axis, and of course, now we know that for a function from a to b, if x1 is an element of a, then it can have only a single image, or it can form a ordered pair with a single element of b, and that element be y1, which simply means that x1 can't form an ordered pair with a second element of b as y2. This is not allowed. Suppose for a case of discussion, what if x1, which is an element of set A, can randomly pair up with any element of set B, and what if x2 can also do like that? So for it, now you can see that suppose take the case of 3, and it can randomly pair up with any element of set B, means that you can have 3, then 3 3, you can have 3 minus 3. Same is the case with 4. Again, you can have, I'm choosing certain cases only. You can have 4 4, as you can also have 4 minus 4. So it simply means that it's very easy to discern that we are dealing with some kind of a graph like this. And of course, it's very easy to see that as far as the property, as far as the theory is concerned, this thing is not going to pass the vertical line test. So it simply means that it's based on the fundamental principle of a function, where and a particular, when we are dealing with a common representation, that is f of x is equal to y, single, I mean, a particular input can have only a particular and specific output. That means a particular input can't have two outputs. Now, to wind up this particular section, let us look at an interesting case. It is now, what about a circle? Now, we know that a circle won't pass the vertical line just because the vertical line would be crossing the circle at 2 points. Now, can you make this non-function into a function? Of course, it's possible, but you won't be dealing with a circle as such. You'll be dealing with half circles. That is, what if you take the upper and lower half of the circle separately, then naturally those two halves, that is would be representing a function. That is the upper half, I will call it function f1. The lower half naturally would be function f2. So why I mentioned all this here is that we will be dealing with similar cases in problems of JEE, in problems in JEE advanced section. Thank you.